Hello everyone. Again I welcome you to the selective chem classes, and we have discussed about the solution chapter and we had covered module 3rd. Today we are going to start with the module number 4th. Let's discuss the vapor pressure. The term vapor pressure, what does it mean? Here I have framed a diagram. We have taken a beaker which has liquid, suppose water. It acts as solvent, you can say, and the solvent molecules are shown by these red holes. When we heat this particular beaker, these solvent molecules will move to the vapor state, and these vapors then will exert pressure over the surface of this liquid. This will be called the vapor pressure. So let's define the vapor pressure. The pressure exerted by the vapors, on the surface of liquid, comma, in equilibrium with the liquid, at particular temperature, then it is called the vapor pressure. I am again telling that the pressure exerted by the vapors. First of all, the vapors will be formed by these liquid molecules. Those vapors will exert pressure over the surface of liquid, and this vapor, when pressure is exerted, such pressure is called the vapor pressure. Now what are different factors that affects the vapor pressure? Let's take them one by one. The various factors that affects vapor pressure. The first factor is the intermolecular attraction. Intermolecular attraction between the molecules, you can say. Intermoleculars means the attraction or the force between the different molecules. If there is weakest force of attraction between the molecules, those molecules can easily exit out, leave out, or exit in the vapor state. They will easily form vapor, and we will exert the easily vapor pressure gets exerted. So weaker the intermolecular forces, faster will be the vapor formation. So more will be the vapor. Or the vapor pressure, you can say. For example, the ethyl ether or diethyl ether, you can say. Diethyl ether has more vapor pressure as compared to ethyl alcohol. It is only due to the weaker intermolecular force of attraction. Due to this weak intermolecular force of attraction, these molecules will easily break down. They goes to the vapor state and will exert the pressure of the surface of the liquid. The next factor that works is temperature. If the temperature is more, then the vapor formation will be high, and again the vapor pressure will be more. So vapors gets increase with increase in temperature. With increase in temperature. It is due to, or it is because the kinetic energy of the molecules increases with increase in temperature. With increase in temperature. And so more vapor formation, and hence high vapor pressure, you can say. High vapor pressure. So these are the factors that affect the vapor pressure. I am again taking the vapor pressure term. This is very general term. The vapor pressure is defined as the pressure exerted by the vapors on the surface of liquid when the vapors and the liquid are in equilibrium with each other at a particular temperature. This will be called the vapor pressure. The vapor pressure depends on different factors. The first factor is intermolecular force of attraction. The force of attraction which holds different molecules. If the force of attraction between different molecules is weak, by increasing some temperature, these forces can easily break down and they will go to the vapor state. And there they will exert the pressure over the surface of liquid. As we have taken example in case of ether, the interaction is weak. That's why the vapor formation will be high and hence vapor pressure will be more. The second thing is about the temperature. If we increase the temperature of a particular solution, you can say, then in that case the vapor formation will be fast and the vapor pressure exert will be more, and it is due to increase in kinetic energy of the molecules. Now let's move further. Today we are going to start with the Raoult's law. And the concept of Raoult's law, we are to start with the liquid solutions first. Let's take the first type of solutions, liquid solutions. So in case of liquid solution, liquid solution, let's study Raoult's law. Raoult's law for volatile components. Volatile components. Raoult's law for volatile component. First of all, we must have clearance about this term volatile. Volatile means when both the components, solute and solvent, have tendency to form vapors. They easily form vapor. So we have to take two type of such we have to cover such solution in which both the component, solute and solvent, they will form vapors or they both are volatile in nature. So let's study the Raoult's law. So in case of Raoult's law for volatile component, we see that the partial vapor pressure of the solution we are talking about the solution, and in case of solution we are having two components, the partial vapor pressure the partial vapor pressure of each component is equal to the product of partial vapor pressure of that component in pure state and its mole fraction. So, in case of solution, the partial vapor pressure of each component, that is equal to the product of partial vapor pressure of that component in pure state and its mole fraction. Let's see that if we want to find out the partial vapor pressure of A, that is solvent, that will be equals to the product of partial vapor pressure of that component in its pure state and its mole fraction, Kaya A. This will be PA. Similarly, the partial vapor pressure of solute will be equals to the product of partial vapor pressure of that component and its mole fraction. And we know, according to Dalton's law of partial pressure, according to Dalton's law of partial pressure, it is defined as that the total partial pressure PS, or you can say P total, that will be equals to PA plus PB, or we have PS equals to P naught A Kaya A plus P naught B Kaya B. So by this formula we can find out the partial vapor pressure of the solution. And if we have only one composition or one mole fraction is given, then we have to find out one new formula where we have only one mole fraction. As we know that the sum of Kaya A plus Kaya B, that is equals to 1. So Kaya A, that will be equals to 1 minus Kaya B. By putting this value here in the above equation, then we get PS will be equals to P naught A, and instead of this Kaya A, put this value 1 minus Kaya B. This will be 1 minus Kaya B plus P naught B Kaya B. By solving this term, we get P naught A minus P naught A Kaya B plus P naught B Kaya B. Let's solve it. It will be P naught A. Let's take this minus term after plus term. This will be P naught B Kaya B minus P naught A Kaya B. From here we get this Kaya B common. PS will be equals to P naught A plus P naught B minus P naught A Kaya B. This formula we are to apply in that condition when different pressures are given. The partial vapor pressure of component A in pure state, B in pure state, the total vapor pressure, then we can easily find out this mole fraction B. So when we are only to find out one mole fraction, then we can apply this particular formula. So these are different formula for the numerical problems, and this is called Raoult's law for volatile component. Again sum of this Raoult's law for volatile component. Let's explain again. In the solution, the partial vapor pressure of each component, either A or B, is equal to the product of, multiple of, the partial vapor pressure of that particular component in its pure state and its mole fraction. In case of partial vapor pressure of solvent, it will be equal to the partial vapor pressure of solvent in pure state and its mole fraction. In case of solute, the partial vapor pressure of solute will be equal to the partial vapor pressure of solute in pure state and its mole fraction. According to Dalton's law of partial pressure, the total vapor pressure will be equals to the sum of PA plus PB. Then by sum up these values, we get a new formula for total vapor pressure. And if only single composition term, mole fraction term, we are to find out, then we have to apply this particular formula, and we get this formula: PS equals to P naught A plus P naught B minus P naught A Kaya B. Let's explain one more term, that is the composition or the mole fraction in vapor phase. How to find out the mole fraction in vapor phase? We know that in liquid state, earlier we have studied in a liquid state the composition or the mole fraction. As the composition is given by Kaya, and Kaya A, that is equals to number of moles of A by number of moles of A plus number of moles of B. We know this. Similarly, Kaya B, that is equals to number of moles of B by number of moles of A plus number of moles of B. Or the sum of Kaya A plus Kaya B, that is equals to 1, and here Kaya B, that will be equals to 1 minus Kaya A. This term we have studied in concentration term, but now in this case, after the Raoult's law, we are to study the composition again. Composition or the mole fraction. But this time we have to study it in vapor phase. In vapor phase. So in case of vapor phase, this can be solved again, and we have to take again the term Kaya. But this time the sign can be changed. This can be shown by Ya or Kaya. For solvent molecule, the vapor pressure, you can say, will be equals to partial vapor pressure of A by PA plus PB. This term is composition or mole fraction in vapor phase, will be equals to PA by PA plus PB. Again YB, the mole fraction in vapor phase for solute will be equals to PB by PA plus PB. Then the sum of Ya plus Yb, this equals to 1, and again the term Yb will be equals to 1 minus Ya. So in the similar way, we can easily find out the mole fraction in vapor phase by knowing the partial vapor pressure of A and B. So these are different formula by which we can solve the questions or the numericals related to the vapor pressure for volatile components. By this we can solved example 2.5. We can easily solved example 2.5. Then the in-text question 2.8. In-text question 2.8 and the exercise questions I am telling. The exercise question number 16th, 36th and 38th. 16th, 36th and 38th can easily be solved by these particular aspects. And again I am telling, if you face any queries regarding the solution of any of the problem on the basis of this particular concept, you may ask in the comment box, and again we have the solution of that particular problem. Thank you for today.